Okay, hello everybody. My name's Jameson Chase Young, and this is Coins and History. And today we're going over the 1923 peace silver dollar, the Philadelphia peace silver dollar. I'll first read through some of the stats for you. In 1923, the Philadelphia Mint minted 30,800,000. The Denver Mint minted 6,811,000. The San Francisco Mint minted 19,020,000. It was the peace silver dollar was the silver dollar for the United States from 1921 to 1928, and again from 1934 to 1935. They began also as collectibles in 2021, kind of like the Walking Liberties, you know. The designer was Anthony D. Francisca. The coin was a result of a competition to find a designer that would represent peace. And if you look at the peace silver dollar, not only does it say peace at the bottom, but the eagle does not have any arrows because it just has a nice little couple leaves in there, claws. And on the front where it says trust, it has a V instead of a U. V is for victory, World War One victory. Mass, its weight is 26.73. Its diameter is 38.1. Its thickness is 2.4 millimeters. Its edge is reeded. It's 90% silver, 10% copper. There's 0.77344 troy ounces of silver in it. And I'm just talking about the original 1920s and 30s, not the 2021. And a lot of these peace silver dollars were actually made from melted down Morgan silver dollars, but the Pittman Act that melted down all those Morgan silver dollars also required for the United States to strike several more new silver dollars. They originally struck those ones from those 1921 Morgan silver dollars, but they started the peace silver dollar in late 2021. The peace silver dollar was struck, December 28, 1921, and just over 1 million were coined bearing the 1921 date. When the Pittman Act requirements were met in 1928, they quit temporarily making them, and then they kept making them back again in 1934 and 1935 as a result of further legislation. And in 1965, I'm not sure why, but amid much controversy, the Denver Mint struck over 316,000 of them that dated 1964, but these were never issued and all were believed to be melted. So I'm not sure why they did that in 1960s, but a pretty cool piece of history. What was going on in 1923 was the beer hall putsch. It was when Adolf Hitler first tried to take power through a coup in Germany. It was a failed coup. The Nazi Party, on the 8th and 9th of November 1923, during a period of the Weimar Republic, approximately 2,000 Nazis marched in the city center of Munich, but were confronted by the police. As a result, the deaths of 15 Nazis and 4 police officers and 1 bystander. Unable to be heard above the crowd, Hitler fired a shot into the ceiling and jumped on a chair, yelling, "The National Revolution has broken out. The hall is surrounded by 600 men. Nobody is allowed to leave." He went on to state that the Bavarian government was deposed and declared the formation of a new government by kidnapping several key figures. These individuals included Gustav von Kahr, the state commissioner of Bavaria, Otto von Lossow, the head of the Bavarian military, and Hans Ritter von Caesar, the state police chief of Bavaria. Hitler and his followers targeted these individuals to force them into backing their coup attempt. However, the 3 Bavarian leaders eventually denounced the overthrow and ordered police and military units to suppress it. Yeah, these were the 3 guys that they tried to kidnap and force them into going along with their overthrow of the government, but eventually they just refused to give in. Hitler, he took several people by gunpoint. He tried to make several speeches. He lied about their numbers that they had surrounding this building that government officials were in. And eventually he thought he could persuade people into doing what he wanted, but his little by little those people would not go with him, would not go along with him. So it didn't quite end out how he wanted it. It's pretty amazing how many of the famous Nazis were with Hitler from the very beginning. Like if you look at the list of people who were involved in this failed coup, you have Rudolf Hess, Hermann Goring, which I know is like Adolf Hitler's the equivalent of his vice president, Heinrich Himmler, who I believe had something heavily to do with the Holocaust. Just a lot of big names that were with him at the end were also with him at the beginning. Hitler originally escaped arrest and went off to the countryside. After 2 days, though, he was arrested and charged with treason. The Putsch brought Hitler to the attention of the nation for the very first time, generated front page headlines. I heard during the trial he stood up and did some talking, and it was his great public speaking skills that that first put him on the map. The people, the jury and the people in the crowd were kind of taken by this guy and his good public speaking skills. His arrest was followed by a 24-day trial, which was widely publicized and gave him a platform to express his nationalist sentiments. Hitler was found guilty of treason and sentenced to 5 years in prison, where he wrote Mein Kampf. On the 20th of December 1924, having served only 9 months, Hitler was released. Once released, Hitler redirected his focus towards obtaining power through legal means rather than by revolution. But anyway, that's what was going on in 1923 when this piece Silver Dollar was made. It was Hitler's failed coup. Obviously, it would lead to bigger things. And this is the 1923 Philadelphia Mint. And this is Coins in History. My name is Jameson Chase Young. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.